The galaxy was already carved when humanity first stepped beyond its cradle. Borders etched in blood, empires risen and fallen, species bound together or crushed under imperial boots. Humanity was a newcomer, ambitious, curious, yet restrained. They came not with war fleets, but with envoys and colonies, seeking coexistence. For a time, the stars welcomed their quiet industry. Human settlements thrived at the edges of empires, their ships trading, their knowledge shared. But there was one ruler who looked upon Earth's rise with disdain. Emperor Jalvek of the Thalorian Dominion, a vast star empire spanning 800 worlds, saw humanity as nothing more than insects crawling across his borders. To him, humans were fragile bipeds of a backwater world, soft-skinned apes who cloaked their weakness in diplomacy. When one of humanity's colonies on the frontier, Alvion's Reach, began to prosper, Thalorian nobles whispered to their emperor, "Strike now, before these humans believe themselves equals." And so, Arrogance guided his hand. The skies above Alvion's Reach split with fire. Thalorian warfleets descended without warning. Orbital defense platforms were silenced in minutes. Civilians watched the heavens burn as the Dominion's dreadnoughts blotted out their sun. "Let this colony be an example," Emperor Jalvek declared, his voice echoing across Dominion broadcasts. "Humanity's reach exceeds its grasp. The Dominion tolerates no pretenders. Every man, woman, and child on Alvion's Reach perished. No survivors. No quarter. Just ashes scattered across a cold, empty planet." The galaxy watched, some horrified, others entertained. To them, it was another imperial purge, the flexing of a titan against a minor race. Jalvek laughed as he ordered the execution of Earth's envoy before the Dominion's High Court, a public spectacle of humiliation. Humanity, he claimed, would learn its place. He believed Earth would bow. He believed wrong. The feast of mockery. The Dominion celebrated its conquest with revels across its core worlds. In glittering palaces, nobles toasted to human weakness. Dominion admirals boasted of how easily the colony burned. Artists composed songs mocking Earth's civilized cowardice. Children in academies studied the battle as a lesson in Dominion supremacy. "Humans are traitors, not warriors," said Admiral Rezark during a symposium. "They hide behind words and alliances. They will send protests, perhaps a strongly worded letter, but never fleets. Their kind lacks the steel to challenge us." The court laughed. Emperor Jalvek, draped in golden armor, declared humanity unworthy of consideration. He dismissed all warnings from cautious advisors that Earth might retaliate. "Apes do not bear fangs at lions," he sneered. "And if they do, their skulls will decorate my throne." Across the galaxy, other powers listened. Some agreed with Jalvek. Others grew uneasy. Humanity's silence stretched on. Days turned into weeks. No fleets launched. No vengeance arrived. Earth issued no statement, no declaration. Only silence. The Dominion grew confident in that silence. It was the confidence of a fool. The silence before the storm. The stillness was not weakness. It was calculation. On Earth, the Terran High Council did not scream for war. They did not broadcast threats. They simply listened, recorded, and remembered. The images of Alvion's Reach, burning cities, executed civilians, slaughtered families, spread across human networks. The galaxy mistook their silence for shock. In truth, it was unity hardening into something colder than rage. Orders whispered across encrypted channels. Fleets that had long remained hidden in dockyards stirred. Black-hulled dreadnoughts, unseen by foreign eyes, powered up engines that had been silent for decades. The shadow fleets, humanity's deterrent forces, emerged from deep vaults. Their existence had been denied, their purpose secret. Even Earth's allies had never glimpsed their full scale. In the outer colonies, conscription notices were delivered. Millions of volunteers answered, not with cries of vengeance, but with grim resolve. Human generals spoke not of justice, but of necessity. Humanity's voice would not be loud. It would be final. And when the time came, the galaxy would understand. The breaking of silence. The first sign came quietly. A Dominion patrol ship, stationed along the frontier, picked up a faint signal. An encrypted human broadcast, repeating one sentence in every galactic tongue. "Retribution is inbound." The message cut through every frequency, carried on channels once thought untraceable. It spread across the stars like a plague. Civilian markets, military bands, even the Dominion throne world's entertainment feeds, all briefly flickered with those three words. The Emperor scoffed. "A bluff," he declared. The apes barked to hide their fear. But then, the patrol ship vanished. No distress call, no debris, just silence. Days later, a Dominion trade convoy disappeared on the edge of neutral space. Then an outpost, then an entire fleet. Rumors spread of ships with no signatures, black as void, moving unseen until they struck. Crews whispered of human vessels phasing in like wraiths, launching precise strikes, then vanishing without a trace. The Dominion called them myths, until an entire Dominion armada of 200 warships vanished at the Drelvos. Expanse, the survivors, few as they were, described the horror. Fleets the size of storms, one trembling captain gasped in a report. Their ships blocked out the stars. They said nothing. No threats, no mercy, just silence, then fire. The fall of Arrogance, the storm arrived. Humanity unleashed its fleets not in anger, but in inevitability. Black steel armadas moved like executioners, methodical and unstoppable. Where the Dominion had once bombarded a colony, Earth answered by erasing entire military sectors. Shipyards turned molten, orbital fortresses gutted, fleets annihilated before their crews could raise shields. The scale was biblical. In the Othros belt, humanity's dreadnoughts fired once, and the asteroid strongholds that had defended the Dominion for centuries shattered into dust. On Kelveris Prime, Dominion generals awoke to find the skies filled with human dropships. Soldiers in armor of obsidian swept through cities, silent as shadows, unstoppable as tides. Across a dozen worlds, Dominion citizens gazed upward in terror as suns dimmed behind the arrival of human fleets so vast they blotted out light itself. Every strike was precise. Every world chosen was tied to the massacre at Alvion's reach. Humanity did not burn indiscriminately. They carved their vengeance like surgeons with knives of fire. Emperor Jalvek raged from his throne. He demanded his admirals retaliate. He ordered counterattacks. He screamed for glory, but his fleets returned broken. Or did not return at all, and still, humanity remained silent. No speeches, no declarations, only annihilation, the Emperor's collapse. The Dominion High Court, once resplendent with arrogance, grew quiet. Reports of losses piled high, fleets shattered, armies broken, entire sectors cut off from supply. The Emperor still raged. They are nothing. Apes, they cannot challenge us. But his words trembled now. His court no longer laughed. Then came the message. A single human transmission that pierced the Dominion throne world's defenses as if they were nothing. This is not war. This is remembrance. You slaughtered our children. We answer in kind. The debt will be paid. For the first time in centuries, the throne world knew fear. Human fleets appeared at the edges of the Dominion's core systems. Black silhouettes against burning stars, their numbers uncountable. The Emperor ordered a final stand. The battle lasted less than a day. Human dreadnoughts, each the size of cities, tore through Dominion defenses as though they were paper. Orbital fortresses shattered, fleets evaporated. Even the throne world's planetary shields, thought impenetrable, cracked under the relentless fire of humanity's vengeance. Jalvek watched from his palace as the skies of his empire burned. His arrogance, once unshakable, collapsed into despair, ashes and silence. When the fires dimmed, the Dominion no longer existed. Worlds once loyal to Jalvek swore never again to raise arms against Earth. Others fled into silence, erasing records of their involvement in the massacre. The Emperor himself was never found. Some say he died when his palace fell. Others whisper that humanity took him, and that his screams echoed in the void before vanishing into silence. What mattered was this. The Dominion was gone, and humanity never spoke of it again. They did not gloat. They did not claim territory. They did not demand tribute. They simply withdrew, their fleets fading back into shadow, leaving behind only ruins and silence. The galaxy whispered in awe and terror. Never provoke Earth again. Because in that silence, the stars remembered, humanity's patience is vast, but their vengeance is infinite.